live stream. This is a business talk. You are welcome to this live stream. I'm so grateful that you are here, and we are going to have some delicious discussions. And this is not going to be a monologue, it's going to be a dialogue. So, which means you can share with me your questions, your concern. If it is your first time watching me, this is Sunday Raphael Jigo. I am an online business owner and mentor. I am a mother of 4 children. So I am so grateful that you're here, and I can't wait to share with you. Today, our topic says you are never too late to start your own online business. You are never late. And that really relates to me because there was a time in my life where after finishing just high school, I did not have the chance to go back to school because life was very hard and things were not in place. So I went to my country, to South Sudan, because I studied in Uganda, and I went back to South Sudan and I started work. After working, I got married after 2 years of work, and everyone else was a graduate. Most of my mates were all my people who were my age mate, they were all graduates, graduated in this field, in that field. And when we gather together, sometimes I feel ashamed to really explain myself or maybe introduce myself because I believe if you have that guilt, maybe you have experienced that, just type one because you are not alone. I was there in that state. So until I decided, I said, no, I have to go back to school, not only just to prove to be in the same level with my mates, but to be equipped for the future, because the future is demanding a lot of skills, is demanding experience, is demanding the qualifications. So I did not have a qualification, though I worked in different fields. I had so many skills that I really learned, but I wanted to have qualification. But my age was something that was disturbing me. I thought, hmm, will I be really fit to go back to school? Will I be able to go back to school? That was the challenge I had. And someone told me that Sunday, you are no longer able to go to school. You just need to, eat money and just start enjoying the money that you're already working for. But that was not what I wanted. I really wanted to be qualified in a field, so I can have as a a qualification that I am qualified in this field, I am qualified in that field. But my age and also what someone told me, I almost agreed. And I realized that so many people get to miss their dream because of that guilt, or maybe comparison. You compare yourself with someone else, maybe some people's expectation. Because someone told me that Sunday you're not able to go back to school. And that alone really provoked me because I only don't want to prove to him that I can still go back to school and learn. Even after giving back to my 4 children, I went back to school. I was to prove to myself that my mind can still learn. And this comes to everyone else. There are many times we miss opportunities, not because we were dull, not because we were wrong, not because there are so many things that can lead to that. So many challenges, situations, maybe the opportunities were not there. There are some people who are just, their survival is just by the grace of God. So when you get that chance to really get what you want at the later age, you tell yourself that this is it and I must go for it. But someone should not discourage you to really think that it is too late. It is never too late until you say it's late. And we are going to learn why it is never too late for you to start up something new, or maybe to start up your own online business. It's because one success has no expiry date. Success has no expiry date. You can succeed today, you can succeed tomorrow. Even if you failed yesterday, you can still succeed today, you can still succeed tomorrow, because what you went through, the challenges you went through, can never define you. It could be because of the situation at that time, the circumstance at that time, but your success is not guaranteed by what you went through, the failure you went through. Even sometimes people block their success because they have been scammed online, so they don't want anything to do with online. and never knowing that online is there for everyone, everything to be having a fake or maybe something which is fake. There is the original one that they used as a duplicate. So find out for that legitimate one, because you don't need to miss out that opportunity. So many people that I interacted with, they say that Sunday I have been scammed online, so I don't want to go there. So your success has is not defined by the failures you got. You just need to find out how to understand better before you take before you take decision. You need to ask questions, do your research. Just like what I did, I was so afraid to really start the online business because I was having those mentalities in my mind. Not that it's a mentality, but it's truth that there are so many things that are not right that are happening online. So I did my due diligence. I was so skeptical, and I was also battling with my low self-esteem at that time. But after a very long time, one full year of research, and I found out the business was legitimate. I had to burst all my bubbles to get through my fear. So success does not is not defined by your challenges you went through, your failures that you went through last month. In fact, the failure or maybe what you went through can give you a strength, can give you like a lesson learned. What can you learn from whatever that you failed from? Where did you fail? Where did you not get well? That is something that I always get to really put my concern on. If I get something new, I ask myself, or maybe if I fail on something, I get to revise. How did I fail? How did I not get well? Where did I need more information? So success is not defined by your age. It doesn't matter how old you are, you can still start over again. You can still start again. Success is not defined by your circumstance. That's why we say that it's never too late for you to start something new. It's never late. And something is that small steps can lead to the big results. It's not always to start big. Many times we wanted to wait until everything is okay so we can start big so that everyone can see us. But most times we don't find that time to get to lead us to the big things that we want so we can be able to start. We can wait and wait and wait forever and it doesn't come. So and those small steps that you take, every small humble steps can lead to a big results, because success that is desired overnight may not last for long. So many people got scammed online because they are taken by these promises that if you join today, tomorrow you'll earn this, tomorrow in 1 month you'll earn that, which may not be realistic. In many cases may not be realistic. So me, I believe in a process where you know how the money is coming, how it is going, how it is generated. You understand. I don't also limit out that there is no residual income where it will come. Even in this online business I'm running, after a certain period of time when your business has grown, there is a residual income that where you don't need to work, even you just relax, because you have built a business that is already creating money. That's why people say that if you don't build a business that works while you sleep, you will work until you die. So some of the things, it's not built overnight. Even that, it takes time to build it. It takes commitment. It takes a lot of things to to calculate into that, and it brings the learning. Every time you learn, every time you build and keep growing and moving forward towards the freedom and the success that you desire. So it's never late for you to start up something new. Sometimes, more especially when you want to start something new that no one else started, even in your family. That was my challenge. No one else started business online that I can really relate to that, or maybe go and ask for what if you find this challenge, how do you get into that? I had no one. In fact, people did not understand what I was doing. People just ignored me. No one even they don't understand what I am doing. So it is relatable that most times, if you are the first person to pave that way in your family, you may find a rough road, but giving up is never the option. Keep doing those small, humble steps, and it will take you to bigger steps. So why I also say that it's never late for you to start up an online business or maybe something new, is because the online is open to everyone. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter. You just need to be above 18. It doesn't matter if you are 50 or how old, you can still succeed. If you're still able to understand things, you'll be able to apply what you learned into practice, you can still do it. It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't ask for your degrees. It doesn't ask for experience, how many years of experience, more especially with this business model that I'm talking about. Because others do ask for those qualifications. But in this business model, it doesn't ask for your master's, it doesn't ask for your degree. You can have them, it's okay. You cannot have them, you can still do it. So it is open for anyone. That's why we say that it's never too late for you. Even that mother because there was no chance to go to school and you married and now you have children and there's no way for you to go to school, you've been taking care of the children. This online is an open space even for you. Can you believe that even I went to school to study my bachelor degree after giving birth to my 4 children, and I did it online also. It was both. I study, do the assignment, and I go for lectures, and then I sit for exams. But if it was not for the internet, how will I get to that? Because there are moments we could have online lessons, we can have Zoom lessons, more especially when COVID hit, because that was another thing that really hit us at that moment when we were about to graduate, 1 year for our completion, and then COVID hit. We had no chance to go to the classes, but to have online lessons. So the internet is there for anyone. Those missed opportunities that you think you have missed it, maybe you think it's late, you can still do it. And even now, you can study from home. You can study from home. You can do your work. You can do your work in the evening after coming there. Just study, do something. And that's why we say that there are big opportunities. Don't rule yourself out that because of my age, I can't do this. Because of my condition, I can't do it. Who tell you that you cannot do that? Who tell you that you cannot stand bold to get to the dream life that you wanted? You can always have it if you give yourself a chance to try. If you give yourself a chance, grace also to do it, to try again. And it doesn't matter if you fail, you still do it. Try again. Do it. After me failing two times, I joined Cambridge University. The first semester, the second one, I got pregnant, and there was no electricity in the house. I was in Juba, and things were very hard. I even don't have internet. It was very hard. I did not have the things for practical because I was doing business. It was a mixed course of business, management, administration, and ITs and computers. So that part of the computers needs practical. I did not have it. I failed. The exams came, I did well on the management part, but on the part of the IT, I failed because I did not even do once the practical. So I said, okay, maybe that course is not right for me. Let me try another one. I tried another one. Now that one was business only. And I realized even I did not have that interest to do management. What I just wanted something to deal with IT because that was where I was working. The profession where I was building was on the IT. I was working in information management department. So I wanted to build my career along that area because that is where I can be able to experience what it is. I failed the second time, but I did not give up. I give myself 1 year and then the other year say this time I am not giving myself only the 4 years, I am giving myself 5 years that I will do it. Guess what happened? After joining the school, 1 month I started feeling headache. What I got pregnant with my last child, Eliza, the boss baby. That was a big frustration for me. I thought I had already failed. I thought now maybe I may not do it again. But I keep pushing. I kept pushing until I traveled one time. I traveled to Europe. I almost gave back there, but I came back home after 3 days. I gave birth to a premature baby during our exams period when we are almost 1 week to exams. And that really frustrated me. I had to take a dead semester. So I have to take care of this premature baby until she's able to be left in the house so I can be able to go for lectures. Because it was a struggle. Now, even after when she was already big, I was still in South Sudan. I had to travel for exams to Uganda and walk in, using bus. I could come with the hot water for making milk, cold water, whatever. I carry everything with the baby, and it was a lot. But I never want to give up. I pushed myself through. And then COVID also came. COVID was another challenge. We had to stay at home and had online classes where the internet was not good. Sometimes electricity was not there. But we pushed through until it took me 5 years to finish. After the fifth year, we graduated, and that really showed me. I proved to myself that it's not late for anyone to do whatever thing that he or she wants to do. There's always that opportunity if you give yourself grace. At that period when things didn't work well, I thought I had failed. Just speak to myself, Sunday, you can do this. Sunday, you don't need to give yourself to fail again. Give yourself another chance. I kept improving myself. I kept moral boosting myself because I don't need to wait for someone to tell me that Sunday it's going to be okay. I speak to myself. I started saying to myself, calling my name and speaking myself. I started even choosing my graduation songs, and things were not working the way it was. So it is never late. Whatever that you wanted to have in your life, you can have it if you give yourself a chance. More especially when you want a change, like now, most parents who are really busy parents, working mothers, working fathers, not having enough time with themselves and even with their loved ones, not having even enough money. It's something that really desires to be changed. You speak to yourself, feeling the guilt, say, God, when will I change this? How will I change this? But sometimes we think that if we take the risk, we may fail. That's why we don't venture any opportunity. What if I tell you that that could be something that provoke you to do something that will make a change? Because that was what happened to me when I was working in South Sudan. My children were in Uganda. That was the most hardest thing for me as a mother. Because if I was going back for work, my doctor could tell me that, Mommy, when will we have time together? When shall we stay together forever? And that could break. I don't know whether she understood that time or not, but that really broke my heart. And I said to myself that there must be something that I can use to address this situation. And sure, I started looking for what I could do. I started up, I did not have business experience before, but I started up a business selling clothes, female clothes. I could buy and sell children's clothes. But the challenge that I got was that I was not in control, and inflation was another challenge. People take and don't pay in time. A lot of challenges that I encountered. But that I failed. I got some income not as I expected, and it robbed even the time that I wanted to have with myself because I had to go and make sales. The person I assigned to sometimes doesn't want to go and do it. So I said something has to change. I have to find out something that I am in control. So when I got this online business and it says you are in full control, you can run it on your phone, I said, oh my God, this is exactly what I wanted. But what I was afraid of the online, I was scared. I was worried of my skills. I was afraid of what will people see? How will people see me? What will people say about me? Even I was afraid of my skills because I did not know about marketing. Me, I was working in information management, just sitting in the office, data entry analysis. Those are the things that I used. But it is never late for anyone to learn. It is never late for you to learn. It's never late for you to unlearn. It's never late for you to relearn. Give yourself grace, because you may not find that opportunity that you really desire, because it may be behind that fear something that you're afraid. And something is that your future is waiting for you, but it's not going to wait forever. As you keep waiting, and then the future is waiting there for you, it will not wait for you forever. You need to take action. You need to work on that thing, that dream you wanted to have. The best time, sometimes we want to wait for the best time to come, the best time. But the best time was yesterday. The second best time is today, if you give yourself a chance. It may not be just that you're starting straight away. Even asking questions is an opportunity for a change. So ask questions so you can be able to know whether it is something that you can venture, or something you can go to, or go and do, or maybe not. Asking for information is one of the best things that I really love, to ask more information so I can be able to make the decision that I need to make. So actions, every small action takes us closer to the freedom that we really desire. The freedom of time, the freedom of finances. It is built through those small actions. Every consistent small action counts. So don't wait for the perfect time. Create that perfect time. And if I tell you that it's never late for you to start up your business, it is true. Because as I told you my story, how long it took me to even complete my bachelor degree. I completed the bachelor degree after starting this business, and this business helps me to complete it, because I was stuck because of financial shortages. So no situation, no circumstance, no age, not even your gender, not even your background, not even what you went through, how you grew up. If it is how you grew up, I don't qualify, because I grew up without my parents, and what I went through was hell. But building yourself the desired life that you really desire, it doesn't require all those things that you went through. In fact, what you went through is supposed to be a strength that can give you a strength for the next future that is ahead of you. So if you are a mother, or you are a father who really desire a change in your life, you wanted to have more time with your children, you wanted to have more streams of income so you can be able to travel the world, maybe you wanted to to retire strong, just like me. I wanted to retire when I have good bank bank account is okay, so I can be able to travel, so I can be able to do a lot of other things that I really wanted to do. So this opportunity is for you, because you can start building that dream every single day. Start working on it, and you are not alone. If you are afraid that maybe because of I don't have the skills, I don't have the experience, I don't know how to do it, you will never be alone, because you will be assigned a mentor, you will be assigned a coach who will help you in the process, and will be with you, and will guide you throughout the process. We have a training that is video based, and it is step by step. We have the coaching, we have the mentorship, we have something we call it foundational masterclass for those ones who are yet baby starting business. Because guess what? For me, I worked for more than 15 years, and what I know is just work. I just do my part. Someone else is doing the HR, someone else is the logistics, someone else is the other. But in business, you are everything, and that need a mindset shift. When I started the business, the first training that I got was the mindset shift. It is to help me understand that now, Sunday, you are the business owner. This business is all relying on you. If it means planning, if it is mean everything, you are the one doing the actions, but you are not alone. You have the training, you have the structure of the training, you have the master classes, you have the business community that is there to help you. But who will apply what you have learned into the business? It's you. If you don't take it, your business will never grow. So I had to learn that. I had to learn how to plan for my business. I had to learn how to make the structure, how I need to make it work. The weekly plan, the planner, even the monthly planner, the yearly planner. I plan that myself. I don't need someone else to do that for me. And I am trained on how to do it. And so many things, how to manage my time. Because sometimes this is one of the biggest complaints. I don't have the time. Everyone else have 24 hours. But that 24 hours, if you really desire something that really pains you, like you have a pain point like mine, wanting to have time with my children, wanting to have the financial abundance that I need so I can be able to buy my own house, so I can be able to buy my cars that are the desired one that I really desire, so I can be able to travel the world. If you have that pain point just like me, I will structure time. Within my limited time, I will get time. Because, okay, if I work maybe 8 hours, maybe for some people who work more, 16 hours or how many hours, there is that 1 hour. It could be maybe for your lunch. There is that one thing that you can really want, maybe a moment that you can schedule to do something. And with this business model, you don't need a very long time. You just need to give yourself maybe 1 to 2 hours a day just to learn something and apply that thing that you learned straight away in your business. With this business, you just learn straight away. You learn and practice, and that you will never forget it. And you are never alone in doing this. I am urging moms who are really going through a lot of struggles. How long do you think that you continue with that struggle? How long will it continue? Most especially when your children are very young. Why don't you start something that could really change that? And it's a process. So if you wanted to know more on how you can start up your own business, because it is not late for you to get started, you can check the link. It's on the description of this video. You can also see the QR code just on the screen. You scan that QR code, it will lead you to my website where you need to register with your names and email. And I am offering a free 90 minutes training there that explain what this business is all about, how this business is running, the pillars of this business, and their testimonies of people whose life have been changed. And also, it doesn't end there. I will be sending you emails to explain for you more about the business. And also, we sometimes go live twice every week. We can send you an invitation if you can make it live, so you can be able to ask whatever questions you have about the business, your fear, your struggle, whatever that you're afraid of. You find so many other people who are just afraid like you. I was so afraid. I shared with you how I was afraid, how I was thinking, what will people say about me? But will those people that I am afraid of put food on the table for my children? Or will they pay my bills? That was what really liberated me. And yes, after watching, if you have any question, please, you can reach out to me. Ask me anything you wanted to know about this online business. If you have any question, any fear, because I was the most afraid person. I was an introvert and I wanted something also. One thing that I was really wanting to protect was myself. I wanted something that was legitimate because I don't want to be in something that is scam. I wanted something with a transparency because of my faith, because of my family, because of what I have built, my reputation. I don't want to spoil that reputation that I had built. So I took longer time to do my due diligence to find out so that when I take action, I know what I am taking up, what I'm doing. So allow me tell you that it is never too late for you to start. What if you can love yourself enough to give yourself grace to start working on that dream that you have? How will it feel? How will you feel when you have all the time that you need with yourself, with your loved ones, and doing whatever that you want? How will it feel when you have the finances to help those you wanted to help to pay all your bills? How will it feel? That is something that I wanted to see, that feeling that can fuel me to take that action. So reach out to me if you have any question. I'll be more than happy to help you getting started. Have a blessed time. Bye.